All right, so we're sitting in the Model Y, and you guys can see I got quite a bit of carbon. So this is all matte or dry carbon. Even got little covers here. Looks very nice. Got some kind of carbon here also. Looks pretty good. On the mirrors, it is also matte. We've got more carbon for the steering wheel, and it's going to be for this little matte black accents here. So the ones I got is by this company called Leon. These guys make a lot of carbon, and it's really good quality. So we can see there it says dry carbon. They also have glossy kind. So it comes packed, individually wrapped. And here's one of the pieces. So there's 3 pieces to this thing, one on each side, and then this part here. And you guys can see this carbon looks really nice. Actually really matches the stocks there pretty well. That's a whole different brand. Actually, it looks a little nicer, and definitely a little nicer than my dashboard. My dashboard is a little more dull looking, but still pretty good match there. This definitely looks nice. And this one going here, you guys can kind of see what it looks like. So we're not going to be able to see the lights. We just have like indications here. There's no holes, and we do have tape that we got to peel and then just stick it on here. So they're very thin. The protrusion is very slight, so it should be pretty much unnoticeable. So the main thing is going to be lining this hole up, and then everything else should be pretty easily just stuck on. And you guys can see it looks really good actually. So the kit also does come with an adhesion promoter, which we want to clean all of this out before we try to stick it on. So this thing has kind of like a interesting smell. Actually, mine's pretty much dried out. I wonder if that's what it's supposed to be like. But yeah, it's kind of got a little tackiness to it, which basically kind of leaves a small amount of residue, which helps the tape stick much better. So you just want to wipe it really good with this promoter thing and get all the oils off. That way our tape can stick really well. Yeah, normally they're a little more wet than this. I can barely feel some moisture, but main thing here is to get the dust off. And once you get that cleaned out pretty well, you can go ahead and start peeling this tape and then sticking it on. All right, so I got all of the tape peeled, and you guys can see they use that ultra thin tape, so it doesn't add much thickness at all to the whole piece. And this thing is super thin, which should lay nicely here. So I'm gonna stick this on here, concentrating on the center here, make sure that's straight, and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so I'm just massaging it in there. I think I got it pretty much like I want it for the most part. So it's sticking on really good, and it's pretty low profile, but it does stick up just a little bit. But overall actually looks really good and seem to match pretty much perfect here. There's a little bit of a raise on this side. You guys can kind of see it there. The original one's already sticking up a bit, so there's a little bit of a lip here. That's probably a little of a downer, but it's not bad. And overall looks really good. This part here is very nice, and overall looks really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick that one on, and we'll also stick this one on and take a look at what it looks like overall. All right, so the second one's on. I'm about to put the center one on. That's what it looks like. You guys can see it's very nicely molded, has all the curves and everything, and that's just gonna literally go right here, just like that. So yeah, looking really good. Very happy with the overall fit and finish on these things. This one definitely matches perfect. There's practically nothing sticking up. You guys can see that it's small, but it looks very natural. These obviously stick up a little more, but you know, you can see this original plastic there sticking up also, so that doesn't help. But yeah, looking at it from the front like this, it looks amazing. And the quality of this carbon is just unbelievable. I don't have any sun hitting it right now. Let me see if I can move the car. So I'm driving here trying to get to a spot, but I realized that the sun is kind of up, so I have to hit it just right for you guys to see, but maybe here in a little bit. But yeah, you can kind of see it here sometimes. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get the sun on this thing, but you can guys kind of see it here once in a while. But yeah, bottom line is it looks really nice. It matches well with everything else I got. I'm pretty happy with it and how it looks. And I'm super excited because I'm going to be upgrading the wheel itself here shortly to a flat bottom with some carbon on top of it. So, and I'm keeping the center the same, so that should look really good. Here we got a little bit of light on it too. Kind of see over there. Beautiful. So if you guys want to get some for yourself, check out the links in the description.